Hi, everybody. Very happy New Year once again. I know many of you have many questions on the new compensation plan, but let us get more excited about the upcoming event and the new year. So I'm going to share what, like Raghu said, my journey. I may be talking more about me, but the idea is to not to brag about me or I did this, I did that. Please visualize yourself because I started as a brand new guy on right December 2021, right? And whatever I'm sharing, it is just my experience, what the mistakes I did, lessons learned, and how it I got transformed. It was not like a one night overnight change. There is a saying, right? It will take 15 years of focused effort to become overnight success. So here we are not here for overnight success. It's a proper consistent organic growth. So let me share my screen. Can you all see my screen?
It's loading.
Okay. So all the new people on the call.
Now we can see it.
Okay, great, awesome. So all the new people on the call or existing people, please correlate to yourself. You will be sharing similar kind of experience with your team in 12 months from now, right? That's exactly what I was sharing. So visualize. Uh, it should be equivalent to here and more. That's the idea. Okay. So I started this business in April 2020, right? It took me 3 months to become RMD. During then, I was blessed with great executive team during then. Because of COVID restrictions and multiple things, I could not finish the license on from day one, and we have to finish after the after. It took some time for the entire world to settle down and adapt to the new COVID way of working, right? And by the way, if anybody thinks that, oh, I got a big dream to start this business, no, I started this business only to buy will and trust. It was as simple as that, right? So when I started, it was like, okay, there was a COVID, there was no travels. I will have some free time instead of spending more time on Netflix and Prime. I thought, okay, let me also know these financial concepts. So that's how it started. But slowly, as Raghu said, FNA, everything, every meeting, it got inspired and we took to the next level. And after becoming RMD, the momentum continued, and that was the income I made during that. That was my first year, first 6 months, first 9 months, I would say. Next year, and we have all enough excuses to say, and by then COVID settled down and we all got adapted, and again, getting regular excuses, job, busy work. So 2021, in fact, I did not focus properly like the way I used to do. And it was more into like kind of hobby business. You remember in our team also, you recollect some people will say, okay, after everything, if I have left out time, I'll put my time in HGI. So I came into that kind of mode. That was my journey, right? And you also know the money was good because I was in the contracting at the highest level contract, and but I know it will one day it will stop. Everything will have an expiry date, right? You cannot do a hobby and expect good money. And literally, like Raghu said, after 15th August, I got into emergency, some back pain issue or something like that, and we had a second baby, and we moved from one state to a different state, right? It's not one street to different street, it's a different state. And I have all the excuses to say no to this convention. Enough excuses. So if somebody is thinking, like Raghu said, he said, I just want you to come. You can say that strongly to any of your team member. If somebody is dilly-dallying, doesn't matter. It is not for your benefit, it is for their benefit. Imagine what would have happened if Raghu would not have called me during then and told me, we are just expecting come. That's it. No questions asked. Okay, I thought, okay, at least there is somebody who is counting on me. Let me at least go for him. Correct? Right? We know who will count on us normally to log in every day in the morning, but there is somebody who is counting on me for my own growth. So that was when I saw the bigger picture, guys. So if somebody is calling you for the upcoming Top Gun event, please take it seriously, because time flies. It's just matter of 1 year. Again, we'll cut a new cake cutting for a new year. But what if something positive happens? So something happened really. This was during 2021. I saw Raghu, I saw many people, I saw Tirukumam, I saw Hubert, of course. Then I said, okay. During then, I was doing two jobs. Anybody can correlate to that? Two jobs, having focus on real estate, Of course, not on stocks, but multiple other distractions. Slowly started cutting down. Again, I said it's not an overnight thing. So what happened after that? Just with proper normal focus, these were the goals I have set to myself during then. So Raghu said about mentioning goals with a proper video. So hope this helps because I am a goal guy as well. So I have this written paper and all that some couple of years, thanks to all the books I read. So these were the goals I have set with absolute immaturity. Absolute immaturity. I still remember after coming out of convention, I called Raja. Raja, what is the process now to become RMD? Right? It's completely out of coverage area. I was not in the field, nothing. Then Raja said, okay, this is the process, 6 associates. Then I said, okay, let me first requalify like a brand new person. Correct? So that's when whole momentum started. For the first 6 months, I focused recruits, learning the business again, because this is a momentum business, right? If you take a break for 1 month, you will lose the hands on it. So it took some time for me to cope up the energy, understand the concepts, how to explain properly, all the dumb mistakes, regular, right? Again, after Las Vegas convention. So my overall yearly income cash flow bumped from 77K to 325K. Right? The whole goal was focusing on recruits, meeting more folks. That's it. And do you think it was a cakewalk? No. I have the only reason I was able to make it because I was able to meet more people than the previous year. That's all. Learn from more
And
people.
all this happened part-time or full-time, Ravik?
Part time. Everything is in part time, by the way. So if somebody is saying $250,000 income, full time, all that, probably this could be one relatable example. I did everything in part time. Okay, I have a 1-year-old baby. Again, please, I am saying there is my wife, my family, everybody involved, but this is just to correlate with you. Okay, there is a big team behind this. It's just I'm representing them. Okay, so the whole secret is this was I track every hour I put in my business. So if you see, these are the hours I spent. The whole secret is simple. If you observe carefully, one of the month we had the highest recruits, 33 recruits in that month, right? But the cash flow, which was the highest during then in my entire year, happened in June. The reason I'm saying this is because in this business we do the effort today, we get the results in 2-3 months. We should be a little bit patient. We cannot be like a microwave mentality lifelong. Put it now and within 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and it is also not good. So when I say these hours are spent, these are not for BOPs or sales alone. It's the time spent for my team, building them, clarifying their doubts. Lot of questions will come throughout the journey, field building, everything. Right? And the highest cash flow, which I had in last year, was 60K. Imagine when Kishore, who recruited me, he said you can make 15,000, 10,000 in part-time. I said, even if I get 2,000 monthly, I'm fine.
2,000 to 60,000. 2,000 a month requirement.
Yeah, who expected?
60,000.
Like somebody was saying about Zohari window, that we don't know what we don't know. That's the life all about. The secret is 4 madman cycles. And it is possible, guys. It's all about focus. Okay. I'm sharing this because again, if you track, in God we trust, rest all numbers, right? This is what exactly I'm talking about. Right? And we'll also do, this is my story. So what happened during then? I met a person, we did that sales in 2021. I called him and I said, hey, I am serious about this business. You found already the value. Do you want to become my partner? He called me 1 week later and he said, okay, I will do it. So he was my first RMD. Right? Shiva from Columbus, Ohio. He was my client. Right? He was my client and I followed up with a 6 months annual period, like annual check. And then I proposed him. Had I proposed him the business much before, it would have been in the right way. Correct? So that's again one more learning. Then came one message suddenly after 17 years. My college benchmate friend, right? He was Madan. He came suddenly and pinged, hey, how are you guys? How are you, dude? And all that. I said, we got connected, and I told him, because he know about me from this business from other guy. So he started in February this year, and he became my second RMD. Correct. So imagine, you may think somebody may get connected. It doesn't matter who comes when. Right. So Madan, he picked up fast. He understood the concepts very well. He have again all the excuses to say no to me, but he opened up. He started. We started working together very well. Then again, I went to Pittsburgh. I was building my teams. I went to Pittsburgh to build a different team. They are also growing very fast now. But looking at my commitment, looking at my expenses, putting from my own pocket, the person who joined me 2 years back when I went RMD, he understood, okay, something is there, and let me also resume the journey. So he was none other than my own. He's my family. So Venu Vinjamuri. So he's from Pittsburgh. So I told him, you have all the skills. Why don't you just resume? Because he was exactly like me. I don't know the difference between 401k and Roth when I started this business. When Kishore explained me IUL, I said, Kishore, remove the IUL part. I just want to buy the indices. Anybody like me? Right? Because I come from the typical mutual fund 401k background, right? Remove the insurance part. I just want to buy the protected index. So he was like me. Now you will see him soon. You will see his big team. He have more than 4-6 legs coming to Top Gun. It's all about transformation. Correct? He picked up everything, and he became my third RMD. During this real estate journey last year, I met a person who went out of the way to help me clear my loan. We traveled, we stayed with him, we worked with him, and then I said, I brought him to convention. That's all. Then he said, okay, Ravik, next 6 months, I'll work with you. I'll become RMD. Then he became my fourth RMD. Srikanth from Atlanta. Srikanth, are you there? Srikanth, Venu, Madan, Shiva, are you all there?
Yeah.
Hey, Ravik,
Guys, yeah, thank you. Thank you
Yep.
for, again, this is all on the screen. I'm showing RMDs and above. Everybody whom I met last year are damn important for me. We have more people coming up, and I mean, you will see more growth, because people, it will take some time. Some people will come for a reason. Some people will come for a season, and some people will come for lifetime. So it's all about finding those kind of people, like-minded people. We say that, right? Open-minded, close friends. Close friends is not, you may start with them, but it's okay. Open-minded, close friends. So that's my journey, EFC story. Now you will see bigger growth. You will hear more from them now. You will see their names on RMD base shop, topping the charts. Right? Thank you all for being part of this journey. And again, it's not just about money, meetings. You should also have a break. 7 paid trips. This was in FNG, Orlando. I went with family. Los Cabos. That was the first time I drank something called Pina Colada, thanks to Raja. And I went to April RMD Academy. This was a game changer. Hubert came and said, I have 110 first generation RMDs. Oh my God. So my, again, vision stretching thing, right? 110 first generation RMDs. 110. And this was historic moment. Me and everybody went where we got merged. And that was in AAJ Houston event. And this was in Hawaii. Right? I took my dad because my wife couldn't come. We have 2 kids and all those things. And recently, as recent as Cancun. Why am I saying this is because 7 paid trips, even at least for vacations, at least 3 vacations, please do this business. If somebody get excited, especially paid free vacation. This was all real, by the way. Okay. So please visualize yourself in these pictures 12 months from now, not 12 months from now, in this next 12 months. Right. And one of the key goal in between, I'm sharing this because this was one of the trigger. I bought a house in June. My loan was around 460K. Okay, I was paying 6%. I was paying 6% interest rate. I didn't like that, right? Because for all my other houses, I have around 3-4%, and you know how the mortgage rents went up. So I took a strong goal. Let me see what best I can do to clear off this stupid 6% loan. So by end of, which I took in June, by end of that, in 6 months, you can see The reason I'm saying this is because not to make you clear your home loans. That is not the thing I'm recommending. Find out some goal, something which will be burning you, pinching you on a daily basis. Correct? This was really pinching me because the same house had I bought just 1 month before, instead of June or in May, I would have paid half of what I was paying on a monthly basis. So I took it like a challenge. Again, this loan was provided by Srikanth, so thanks to him. So this was like pinching to me. I want to clear it off. Okay. And these were the books. Of course, leadership format system and magic of compound, never ending book. Every month, every 3 months, you keep reading, you will find a different thing. Right? Your perspective, your approach. Initially, when I started doing any presentation, I was focusing on, oh, where is the presentation? Where is the PDF? How should I present myself? Right? Then slowly after reading LFS, you'll realize slowly, it's all about sharing your excitement. And I will focus, if somebody set up a BOP meeting right now, first thing I will focus is whose registration link I should be ready with. Even if there is no meeting, Zoom meeting invite, even if there is no PPT in my hand, all I need is the registration link. Because I'll share my excitement and they will understand. Right? So not about convincing others. You should be first convinced and don't try to impress others, try to express. Right? It's all about your conviction. So Atomic Habits book, by the way, I learned that from that book. Excellent book. Discover your CEO within you. And also the memories. These are the 2 promotions we receive. And you will have all kinds of excuses, like the way we handle the job, you can also handle it. I hope my 1-year-old son also gets to know now how to show a BOP. But these are all some cute things which happen behind the scenes. All because my wife, everybody were handling behind the scenes, right? I was front ending. Okay. The other thing which this can maybe help you, okay, my job versus my total HGI. Take a quick pause if you want to recollect, correlate. I know many of you are already retired here already, but this was when I did this analysis for myself, it was a big change for me. Anybody read that book, 4-Hour Work a Week, you will understand the power of bill rate. Okay. And positive outcomes, forget about that in job. When I say positive outcomes, it is not a BOP, it is not a recruit, or it's not a sale. Anything positive. It can be buying a ticket to Top Gun, or it may be coming to the next meeting. So out of 1400, if you see, not even 20% success. Of course, all these 1400 hours are not for BOPs or submissions. It includes a lot of effort, but is it worth it? It is goddamn worth. Tell me $230 per hour in a part-time. So the way now I see it is, if I spend my next 1 hour in this business, I'm anyway making $230. It's all the mindset, correct? So that's how the confidence level, everything will change. Now, what happened to my goals? These were all the goals, right? Do you think I have accomplished? No. But ultimately, please understand, we are in the business of people. How do you understand? How do you check the pulse of a restaurant? Right? Raghu, tell me if I'm taking more time, because
No, I think Aki is also he's just joining. He's already joined, I think. Okay. You can finish your thought.
Yeah, just few more, 5 more minutes. So it is as simple as that, right? If suppose you go out to a restaurant and if you see all the cars parked, which means what? That is happening business. If we go to an outlet and if there is a line standing outside, especially when there is a deal, which means what? It's a happening business. So similarly, our business also is a reflection of number of people in the meeting. Then recruits, sales, everything will fall in place. So I was not able to accomplish any of the goal which I have set up. What if I would have set up 430 goal? Only one goal I was able to accomplish. Now the next goal. Okay, by end of this year, this is my goal. Right? This is our goal. When I say my, please understand, I'm talking from my family perspective. Okay. So already one thing done. So I shared with Raghu and core, some of my core team people. I'm coming out on 14th February 2023. Exactly 7 years back, I came to this country. So that's why I have set up that date. Not because it's a Valentine's Day, by the way. Okay? So please understand that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Valentine is
So
your
come
HI.
out. Yeah. So I'm again not saying everybody to come out of your full time and all that, but you have to, like Aki always keeps saying, commitment is freedom. You cannot have too many things on your plate. Correct. So I correlated. I did 2 jobs. I cut down 1 job, and I was doing real estate business. I cut down real estate, a license exam. In fact, real estate state exam also I cleared. Not the main exam, but at least the pre-licensing part. I said, okay, cut it aside. So slowly avoiding the distractions. Correct. Then slowly focusing. And Aki always keeps saying, when you're doing in part time, if you make more than 200, 250K, what can you do if you do it in full time? So important. So this is my personal decision. If it inspires you to take it, then you have to check with your respective field builder. But 2 key incidents. Ultimately, guys, if you understand, there is money, there are trips involved, there is a quality thought process going on, association is good. But ultimately, what are we doing here? Right? This famous example which Akki said again quoting his name, very important to understand these meetings, right? See, everybody have a smartphone, everybody have washer dryer, everybody have a refrigerator in your house. Then how are these companies like LG, Apple, Samsung are growing? They are focusing on upgrades, correct? And we are buying them and making them rich, which are like nice to have products. For example, if I don't upgrade my Apple iPhone, I will not die tomorrow. But still I will do it. Correct? And that is how they are doing it. Here we are talking about something which are not nice to have, which are must haves. And people don't have it. Right? 2 incidents which happened right this year. We spoke to this guy. He said he will buy the term life insurance for $500,000. We went to Vegas and we came back. He passed away. We spoke to this person. In fact, Venu has been persuading him, please cover yourself, at least for $500,000, 250K. And he passed away. He went to a doctor place just like that, and it happened. So there is a value in what we are explaining, what we are sharing to others. Be proud that you are showing something. Correct? This is not all nice to have. These are all must haves. Do you agree? Do you all understand? I'm saying, Raghu, that's why I'm asking. So I hope you all able to correlate, right? If you're ready to spend upgrade iPhone just like that, why not tell somebody? And we termed out the quote, $500 coverage term insurance was $82 for him. Still remember that face, right? We said, okay, that was from Lata's team. We said we'll meet him like as soon as we come back from Vegas, and he was not picking the calls. Then we came to know he passed away. Right? So pick up one small reason to build this business. Anything. Don't find small reason to avoid this. Excuses are always there. Time factor is always there. 24 hours when I was a bachelor, 24 hours when I got married. I have 2 kids. I went RMD when my first kid was 2 years. We went EFC when my second kid was 1 year. Right? That doesn't mean you keep having more kids when you go CEO, but it means that how you manage and prioritize your time. Got it? Find out one small reason to do it, not to avoid it, because only we will have either excuses or results. That's it. No other thing, right? Okay. So finally, this is something which always helped us. SSC. It is not secondary state syllabus, but it is something which you want to start, something which you want to stop, something which you want to continue. So I will conclude with this. You can do this own analysis for yourself and share with your upline RMD or upline field builder, whomever you want to be with. It's extremely important to understand. Else, if there is no retrospection or there is no course correction, we should, for example, 1 year back, the way I am presenting now, or 1 year back I'm presenting before, I should see the growth in myself. Correct? So I hope the team also sees in me. But the idea is, how are we enhancing on a daily, regular basis? There is nothing like stable, right? The only time we settle down is in the burial ground. Okay, please understand. There is nothing like stable. If you are not putting an effort to grow, that means already we are going decline. Because negative is automatic, correct? You have to put a broomstick to clean it. You have to put a vacuum to put an effort to clean, to make it positive. So it's like that. Correct. So that's extremely important. This is all my revelations, my start stop. You will have your own. But even if you forget everything, please only focus on this. Which is, if you forget my entire story also, it's fine. But at least if you remember these three things, I'm telling you, after 1 year, somebody from your team will listen to your story. Right? One small decision which Raghu called me, I have taken it seriously. 5 people in my team are making $20,000 and more. You will see, hear from them making 100K and more. And people may think $20,000, oh, it's very less. Imagine, guys, I bought a rental property. I have put $75,000 down payment, and I still did not do a cash flow of more than $10,000 this year. Every damn worth is important. Every dollar is important. What are we putting here? $199, only time investment. Correct. And I keep saying to many people, I have my business in more than 15, 20 states, and I don't have an office yet, which is true. And I'm opening an office as well now. Correct. All you need is good Wi-Fi and good wife. I mean, if you can handle that, right? So that's the whole idea.
Good Wi-Fi. I like it. I like it, Ravik.
Inspire them, inspire to do it. Correct. There is no right or wrong decision. Just take a decision, make it right. Because the journey is beautiful, the destination is awesome, and you have a great team to get support. And let us make this year count. Okay. See you all in Top Gun, and let's do it.